What's up, hip hop lovers? It's your boy AfroJuice, giving the juiciest in hip hop entertainment. And with me today, I got my boy Cody Brazil.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Thanks
bro?
for having me.
No problem, bro. I'm glad you could come. So Cody Brazil, how'd you get that name? You Brazilian?
Well, that's my real name,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, really?
I actually just changed my stage name to Don Cody.
Don Cody.
But I've been using my real name for the majority of I've been doing music. So, I mean, Cody Brazil, Don Cody doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, for sure. And what have you been up to recently?
Just making a lot of music that I haven't released yet. Just been trying to, get a bunch of shows to, reach out to people.
Okay.
I got one coming up next month at the Catalyst.
Oh, nice.
March 9th. It's a Thursday night, so it's kind of tough. But if you can make it out, definitely come out. It's always a good time.
Definitely. I'll see if I can definitely come out there. So, what inspired you to do music? Like, what was the first, I'm about to go full for it?
Well, from a young age, I was always going around the house in diapers singing and stuff. But I didn't really know that I wanted to do it until I was in high school. And, everybody in high school thinks that they're a rapper. So, I mean, I'm just, I just remember listening to everybody and just going, I think I could do this. So I just kind of, jumped in a studio one day and, got positive feedback from it. And I just kind of took off from there. So,
oh, that's dope,
yeah,
dude.
definitely.
So, what would you say is makes you different from the other rappers?
Different from the other rappers. I don't know if there's so much of a difference, but I do carry a strong persona when it comes to interacting with people on a personal level. Like, you're never gonna get some Hollywood fake, vibe from me. If anybody ever wants to talk to me, I'm always there, just as a regular person.
Yeah.
I've seen the lights and I've seen the fame.
Yeah.
And it's cool and all, but I personally like connecting with people on another level. So that's probably what separates me a little bit
kind
from
of
everybody.
Like a normal guy who just raps.
Exactly, pretty much, yeah.
I can feel that. I can really feel that. So, that first song, you made it a year ago. I don't remember what it's called, but it's 27,000 views.
Ride With Us. Yeah,
Ride With Us. What was the work with promotion for that? Because you probably had to reach out to some people.
There wasn't a whole lot.
Really?
I put it on Soundcloud, and it was pretty slow, so it wasn't overnight.
Yeah.
But then I had this woman reach me out, and she had a blog, and she wanted to do some work with it, so I said absolutely. So she reached out to other blogs and stuff, and it slowly started to take off. And then Chris Brown's website, Mechanical Dummy, picked it up, so they posted that. And then as soon as that got posted, the views went up and up. A lot more followers came in, and it helped a lot, definitely.
Yeah, dude, you've been getting crazy with just been seeing the views grow. And
yeah,
you've been
definitely.
Averaging out at least a couple thousand.
Yeah,
per song.
I guess the goal is just just continue with the consistency and just try to build more and more and more from that. That one was probably the biggest one I've had so far, but I'm constantly working to try to beat that record.
7,000 on your most recent one, I think. Is it
something like
Transformation?
that? I think so. Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah. I think I'll play that one towards the end.
For sure.
Transformation. What was I listened to it. It's pretty good. I like that one. What was the inspiration behind that song?
Just a lot of things. As a kid, I was bullied and had anxiety problems and panic problems, just like a lot of people do. And I was just kind of channeling my younger self and just.
It's kind of like a stress reliever almost.
Kind of, it was kind of just letting people know, I was easy to walk on then, but now
it's different.
It's a whole lot different. I'm a completely different person.
Did you ever have any times when you were thinking damn, can I really do this music thing?
Absolutely. About a year and a half ago, I had some tour dates with Travis Mills, and there were 2 sold out shows.
Wow.
I had first night was in San Francisco. The second night was in Santa Cruz. The reason I remember this so vividly is because it was probably the most memorable time of my life.
Wow.
I was nervous as all hell going up there, but I went up there and the reaction I got was absolutely insane. I felt like I was at a music festival. Everybody was just jumping, And then after the show, I had so many people come up to me saying, you were so good, we love it. And I was super humbled and flattered by it.
That's so dope.
And then the next night, it was another sellout night, and like at least 30 people from the night before came out to the second show. You know, apparently, I don't know if they were just saying that to kiss my butt but they were saying that they came back to see my show again. So I was really, flattered and humbled by that, and it kind of gave me a motivation to do. Okay, I think I could really take this thing and run with it a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So can you say you love perform live?
That's kind of why I do it.
Really?
To be honest, we live in such a robotic world where we have to do things by the book and stuff, and I kind of like, to be able to step on stage and everybody could just take a break from their lives. Everybody can just get along. Everybody could just have a good time. And you're the one who's, responsible for that.
Exactly.
You're kind of throwing the party, and everybody's having a good time on your behalf. So to me, that's kind of the best feeling.
That's awesome. Did you ever get nervous before going on the show?
Oh, I still do.
You still do?
I still do. All until about the second I walk up there, I got butterflies in my stomach. That's just anxiety, then that's normal. A lot of people freak out and they say, this probably isn't for me because I'm getting nervous, but it's normal to be nervous, But, I mean, I used to get a lot more nervous than I do now. But then, I was kind of trying to tell myself, it's like, well, this is what you've been working for, so have a good time with it, You shouldn't let your nerves ruin it for you.
Exactly.
This is what you work for. You don't want to let your nerves get the best of you and, put on a bad performance and stuff. So I just keep that in the back of my head and say, this is what you work for. This could be your first, this could be your last. So treat it all the same.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Well, keep it up, dog.
Yeah.
Keep it up, dude. So, born and raised, where were you born and raised?
Castro Valley.
510.
510. A lot of special people coming out the 510 nowadays.
Castro Valley is such a weird spot.
It is a very weird spot. It's a very strange little town. You're like right between the suburbs and the hood, so you kind of get a mixture of both, It's always been like that. I mean, but it's fairly diverse, A lot of people say like...
Did you go to Castro Valley High?
I did.
Did you like
I live right around the corner from Castro Valley High, so it was all right. I mean... like I said, I wasn't the most popular kid in the world, but, I kind of kept to myself. And, toward the end of my high school career, I guess you want to call it, is when I started to make the music. And then when people are saying, hey, this is pretty good, I'm going, well, where was I doing this freshman year?
Exactly.
Nobody was paying attention to me then. It's like now when my senior year comes around and everybody's, kind of opening their eyes a little bit. So that was kind of my fault, but it's
so
whatever.
Dope though.
Yeah,
so dope, dude.
It's a fun story to tell.
Damn, dude. Well, I commend you, bro. Like you have around
50,000
views. Like you keep coming up. I'm excited for the next stuff coming up, dude. So what do you think is coming in the future? Like an album, mixtape, single?
I kept promising everybody an EP for the longest time, and what would happen was I would do a song. And then I would go and do another song, and I would realize that this one is so much better than the one I did last time. So I just kind of threw that one out there, and it just kind of became a pattern. So now I don't know if I want to promise an EP to everybody. I just want to, put out music consistently.
That's
and
good.
I mean, the EP or the mixtape or the album will come whenever. But, I felt like I was trying to rush myself to do that, and then my work was getting a little bit of slop. So, I think if I just keep my focus on one project, release it, one project, release it. A lot of people are gonna, appreciate that more than drop 4 songs in 1 year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I think I had a hard time with before. I kind of got caught up in the lights of the whole performing thing, so I was kind of like riding that way for a while, and then I was realizing, I'm doing all these shows and stuff, but I don't have a whole lot of new material. I'm performing the same stuff, so I kind of had to take a step back for a while, kind of reinvent myself and see which direction I wanted to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right, dope, man. Well, I'm excited for the new single.
Yeah, appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming, bro. I appreciate you being on the AfroJuice channel.
Yeah, no problem. Shouts out to Radio Las Positas.
Exactly.
I used to be a student sitting right where he's at, so.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Now we keep the wave going.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Cody, man.
Appreciate it.
Next time, guys, we might have another audience, so stay tuned. Peace.
Unaware of all this homegrown potential, and the noise that follows me around is no longer confidential. And even though I still be sleeping in this residential, I'm stunning everybody with all of my self-made credentials. Influential, I'm passing the marks to those who said I couldn't, opening all the eyes to those who said I shouldn't, turning all of the heads to those who said I wouldn't. Nobody saw the vision, now I got the whole world looking. I like to watch these suckers wake up from their naps, the ones who jump to conclusions, the first ones to attack, now trying to be fam and try to get themselves attached, when these are the people who got me hooked on Prozac. From the ugly duckling to the beautiful swan, no apology needed for all the tears that were drawn. Your chance to ride this wave are all faulted and gone, all because I was a guy that you slept on. Step back and watch the transformation. Stand off the side while I lay down the foundation. Stay out my face so we don't have an altercation. I'm eating now, no longer facing the starvation. And your conditions of me to use my words or pick a citations. I'm from the ground to the top, that's why the separation. So watch my transformation. And watch my transformation. Watch my transformation. If someone's stress created another person's success, then I guess this stress has provided over 1 million people's progress. My feelings express that I have a passion that no other person can possess. I must confess that all the hard work to the top always make me depressed. I feel obsessed for chasing the dream all day, but can't seem to find the address. I want to dress the fam with a 5-star lifestyle and nothing less, until I protest to change my life from the better, from classroom to recess, until there's no rest, until somebody hits me with a bless. The climb goes up and down, but I'm trying to stay optimistic. Times get rough, this ain't my first rodeo, check statistics. Your head's too big, stop wasting your time, you know it's unrealistic. But what I have is real unusual, yeah, it's somewhat mystic. The whole world fights back, it's so antagonistic. Can't help but hate my drive, step all on my characteristics. Forget the money, forget the fame, I own all the critics. I'm the past, present, and far ahead, that's futuristic. Step back and watch the transformation. Stand off the side while I lay down the foundation. Stay out my face so we don't have an altercation. I'm eating now, no longer facing the starvation. And your conditions would be to use my words or pick a citations. I'm from the ground to the top, that's why the separation. So watch my transformation. And watch my transformation. Watch my transformation.